Vietnam and the Republic of Peru formally established diplomatic relations on 14 November 1994. After 21 years of relationship establishment, the two countries have made positive achievements with more economic and trade cooperation agreements were signed. Particularly in the field of trade, exchange of goods between Vietnam and Peru remained relatively stable at $100 million per year. Vietnam exports to Peru textile, footwear, rice, rubber, while imports from Peru fish meal items, animal oils, fruits and vegetables. Evidently, the promotion of agricultural product exchanges between the two countries has been very effective in recent years. Many experts believe that without strong advantages in agriculture, there will be certainly more potentials for cooperation in this area for Vietnam and Peru in the future.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Shrine Vietnam on VTC 10 NetViet. Peru is famous for agricultural products such as maca or quinoa. To know more about the potentials in cooperations in agriculture between Vietnam and Peru, let's welcome Mr. Jose Luis Rabines, an expert in agriculture from Peru. Thank you very much for joining Shrine Vietnam today.
Thank you very much a ustedes.
Being an expert in agriculture, can you share with us more information on the development of agriculture in Peru at the moment?
Sí, muchas gracias a ustedes por su
Thank you for your question. This visit to Vietnam follows the invitation of the Embassy of Peru. Meanwhile, I want to share more of agricultural products as well as the development of agricultural sector in Peru. In Peru, the most developed regions for agriculture are mainly coastal areas and mountainous regions. Here, they grow many agricultural products, especially fruits. We have the advantage of terrain, which is the Andes, a mountain range running parallel to the Pacific. This area has a frequent rain in summer, and the temperature and humidity vary with altitude, which is very suitable to develop two types of high-value agricultural products, maca and quinoa.
Vietnam is also one agricultural country, so can you share with us some similarities and differences in the development of agriculture in the two countries?
Vietnam and Peru have many similarities in the weather, especially tropical climate. In Peru, we have a region close to the Amazon. Here, the climate is hot, with more sunlight and rainy season. As a result, we could also conduct agricultural crops similar to Vietnam, such as rice, coffee, cocoa, and especially tea. I think with at least the common interest in these four types of crop, Vietnam and Peru exchange experiences and cooperate in production in order to improve productivity and enhance the quality of these products. I personally also appreciate the agricultural products of Vietnam. This time, representing the Ministry of Agriculture of Peru, I wish we could have more opportunities to cooperate in the development of our two agricultural specialties, maca and quinoa.
Peru is the second biggest cacao exporters in the world, while Vietnam is the second largest exporter of rice after Thailand. So how can the two countries cooperate to maximize the strength of its agriculture?
Sí, efectivamente, en la parte productiva hay un tema que es muy importante.
There are two important factors in the development of agriculture, cultivators, and techniques. I think we absolutely can exchange these high-value plant varieties.
Igualmente tenemos avances en cultivos que son
In addition, each party will have certain experience in farming. Exchange of experience can be complementary to both sides.
En la mejora de la producción de estos cultivos.
And what are some other potentials in agricultural cooperations of the two countries that you foresee?
Yo creo que se puede continuar aún más ese
Although
trabajo de
the new embassy
colaboración.
of Peru
Me
in
gusta
Vietnam
mencionar
was
que
just
Perú tiene
established about 2
recientemente
years ago,
firmado 2
but
años con
this
su
alone
embajada,
has driven
y
a
eso va a
lot
ser
of
un
important
tema muy
cooperation
importante
between
para
the two
poder avanzar
countries.
más las relaciones bilaterales entre ambos países.
I think we have
Entonces,
great
yo creo
potential
que
in
si bien siempre se
cooperation of
avanzado,
high
sin embargo
technology
ahora las
in agriculture.
posibilidades de
We can
integrarnos más
certainly cooperate
son muy
in the
valiosas.
transfer of
Esa
technology,
información
modern
tecnológica
machinery,
es muy
safe and
importante
effective
para
use of
mejorarlas.
fertilizers.
Y en estos aspectos podemos intercambiar
Those are things
información
we should
para
focus
ver
more.
cuál de ellos es más útil para nuestros países.
A few years ago, Vietnamese began to learn about agricultural products originating from Peru, a South American country more than half the globe away from Vietnam. Similar to high-value grains and vegetables from Vietnam, Maca and Quinoa are being entrusted by many Vietnamese.
Trước khi mà mình biết đến cái sản phẩm Maca đến từ Peru này thì mình cũng đã sử dụng một số cái thực phẩm chức năng đến từ Mỹ, ví dụ một số cái loại vitamin omega 3 rồi một số các loại thực phẩm chức năng khác. Thì mình thấy là cái sản phẩm Maca này rất là có những cái tác dụng rất là tốt, cân bằng được cái dinh dưỡng cho cơ thể. Cụ thể là nó có tạo cho mình một cái sức khỏe tốt, làm thực hiện tốt cái công việc, đạt hiệu quả cao. Đấy. Tuy nhiên thì mình cũng nghĩ là cái sản phẩm Maca này rất là tốt, nhưng mà rất là ít người Việt mình biết đến.
Recently, the Peruvian embassy in Vietnam has made efforts to organize activities promoting the natural agricultural products of Peru to the Vietnamese people. Currently, there is only one Vietnamese business importing processed agricultural products directly from Peru. Meanwhile, with the increasing needs for nutrition products in Vietnam, the businesses are confident about the potential in trading in the future.
Quá trình tìm kiếm các nhà đối tác cũng mất một thời gian đấy, bởi vì nó là sản phẩm rất là mới lạ. Thì chúng tôi cũng đã sau một thời gian tìm kiếm thì cũng tìm kiếm được một số công ty rất là uy tín tại Peru và nhập khẩu về. Các công ty này nó đã xuất khẩu sang các châu Âu, Mỹ và Nhật Bản, và người ta có các giấy chứng nhận organic của các nước, các tổ chức uy tín tại Mỹ, châu Âu và Nhật Bản. Trong thời gian tới thì chúng tôi cũng rất quan tâm đến sản phẩm đó là sản phẩm hạt chia.
On the side of Peru, with many similar characteristics in Vietnam, in the development of main agricultural products like coffee, cocoa, agriculture is expected to play a key role in bilateral cooperation.
I think I should start for the framework. We are working on some agreements on agricultural issues between Peru and Vietnam. These negotiations are ongoing because, in order to bring products to one market or another, we need to follow the rules, phytosanitary, sanitary rules. We're working on that. But, and then we identify, besides the product, fruits we want to export to Vietnamese markets, we have identified two, quinoa and maca. Quinoa, we have been promoting quinoa here in Vietnam since last year, and we got the interest from Vietnamese companies on that. And in maca, it was very interesting because maca was not a product that we were promoting at the first time. Maca was the product that took the interest of Vietnamese companies in this product. And I think because of the success of maca in markets like the United States, in Japan and Korea. So our expectations are very high, because this is the start with the two products, and in the near future we hope and we will work on that to bring more products from Peru that maybe is unknown to this market, but we have the interest and we think they have opportunities in Vietnam.
We all know that Peru is very famous for its agricultural products like maca or quinoa. So may you share with us more on this information and what makes maca and quinoa really special, especially from Peru?
Bien, la quinoa
Quinoa products are the focus on developing in Peru in recent years, which play an important role in the economy of the national agriculture. Previously, we spent approximately 30,000 hectares on planting quinoa, but now the planting area has doubled to 70,000 hectares. Last year, quinoa output has reached 114,000 tons per hectare, which is double compared to 2013.
Dado la gran demanda de los mercados internacionales, la maca estuvo siendo sembrada hasta hace 2 años.
Similarly with Maca Nguồn, currently the demand for products made from maca is increasing. Therefore, we also spent 6,000 to 7 hectares across the country for planting. With this investment, we hope the output of these agricultural products will increase in the future.
Es que está siendo considerada como un suplemento alimenticio o alimento también energizante.
Vietnam is a country with tropical monsoon climate, so do you think that this climate could be suitable to grow quinoa in Vietnam?
Important contribution to the successful development of maca and quinoa is thanks to the farmers, businesses, and the government of Peru. We had worked closely together to develop this type of agricultural product. I think Vietnam should do the same. Regarding climate and geographical location, Vietnam might have more difficulty in developing because the two crops such as quinoa need to be cultivated in the dry weather and highlands. However, there are many different breeds of quinoa which we should study and experiment to see which one will fit in the natural environment of Vietnam. Currently, the people of Vietnam have known about these two crops, however, through a number of US and Canadian businesses. Therefore, we should cooperate with each other to get maca and quinoa directly to Vietnam.
And finally, if quinoa were to grow in Vietnam, what are the things that we should pay attention to, especially taking into account the climate and the soil of Vietnam?
As I have mentioned, quinoa is particularly grown in the Andes region with distinct climate conditions. Therefore, we should research quinoa breed that is able to fit perfectly with the climate in Vietnam. Like any other new varieties of planting, we should conduct specific studies offering appropriate indicators of climate and soil in order to grow this plant effectively in a new country like Vietnam. I believe if we work together, it could be successfully developed in Vietnam.
Thank you, Mr. Jose Luis Rabines, so much for all your sharing today. Hopefully that Vietnam and Peru will have further success in our cooperations, especially for maca and quinoa.
Thank you very much a ustedes.
And that's the end for Sharing Vietnam today. Thank you so much for watching us. Any questions and recommendations, please email to sharingvietnam@netvittv.net. Thank you and see you again.